But first, if you thought I was angry about council houses, you wait till we get on to Jacqui Smith, because when Jacqui was forced out of her job as Home Secretary for claiming porn films on expenses, I want to know if you think she was, in fact, a victim of sexism. Did newspapers round on her primarily because she was, as she put it, a woman who should have been at home looking after her husband and children? Now, after losing her seat in the last election, Jacqui these days isn't a working girl, as that photo suggests, though she is touting herself about as a broadcaster. Indeed, has just made a radio programme about pornography, something I would have thought her husband, Dick Timney, would have been eminently better suited to, you'd have thought. Now, you remember how a couple of years back Jacqui claimed for 2 porn movies, Raw Meat 3 and By Special Request, totalling a tenner on her expenses. Movies Dick had been enjoying during evenings spent home alone. Despite offering to pay back the money, she had to resign, and then she lost her seat in the election. She was the first high-profile casualty of the Westminster expenses scandal that has seen 2 MPs jailed and a peer and another MP facing jail. Now, while Jacqui might like to think she was only picked on because she was a woman who should stay at home with the kids, she did forget to mention which home that might be. Because, of course, a month prior to the porn headlines came the revelation that she was falsely claiming £116,000 after designating her sister's home as her main residence, which it wasn't. So, was Jacqui exposed as a dirty, rotten cheat because she was a woman, or because she was a dirty, rotten cheat? Is she right to claim she was a victim of sexism? Now, it is true that she had to endure journalist comments about her penchant for low-cut tops. There were newspaper cartoons of her naked, but all of these came out after the porn expose. And I am absolutely seething that she should dare to play the sexism
This woman
card.
was the first female Home Secretary this country has ever had. How can she possibly claim she's being a victim of sexism?
Only that she was rounded on first.
Yeah, when you do something wrong, or perceived to be wrong, the press round on you and they'll get at you for anything they can get at you for. And what she's doing now shows that she still doesn't get it. I mean, look at the publicity photograph for this radio documentary. She's standing there outside a soft porn shop or whatever, looking like a lady of the night in a Mac. I mean, for goodness sake. If she wants us to stop allying her name with the porn video scandal, she should stop feeding
Well, I guess she's saying that she can't wherever she goes.
No, that's not true. She should just refuse to talk about it and let the whole matter be buried. I think most of us felt that. It was her husband, after all, who rented them. What she did wrong was putting in the claim for it.
Exactly.
So,
But
I mean,
did her name come to light? Did it come... Because there were so many horrible stories about MPs cheating us that came to light, but hers was first.
Yeah,
but anything with a bit of
but she was Home
filth or
Secretary. She
anything.
was high profile. She was the Home Secretary. But this is a bit like the Lord Duckhouse, you know, the MP who claimed for his duck house, saying that we're terrible to him, terrible to ducks. We're not. We're being rotten to dirty, rotten scoundrels.
Duckhouse, he never actually got that through. He submitted and it was knocked back.
Yeah, but his name will be forever allied with that. And Jacqui Smith, if she keeps feeding it, her name will forever be allied.
But not a victim of sexism?
For claiming... Not a victim of sexism in any way at all. I think it's really, you know... It's really contemptible that she should be claiming that. Really is. Extraordinary.
Go on, Alex, I can tell you
No, I just think it's like sex sells, doesn't it? It does, so anything affiliated with anything, a bit of dirt, a bit of this and that, will make the headlines, but she's milking it, so she's jumping on the bandwagon. She's obviously got no job anymore, so
if I put my own newspaper hat on, the first story, if you were presented with all these expenses, do you want to know about the guy who's claiming for paper clips? I think Jacqui claimed for a plug, if I remember right. But do you want to go for that, or do you want to go to Raw Meat 3, and as a journalist, every time, raw meat?
Exactly.
Right, Craig?
I've got to agree, darling. Raw Meat 3 for me any day. I sort of feel sorry for her that she didn't go through her Sky movie package, you know, when she put the claim in, because no one in their right mind would have 2 porno flicks on there.
Nobody...
You know, I think it was an oversight.
Or you just don't care. Or you just don't care.
Not that I'm defending her in any way, but I think...
Sounds like it to me.
Yes, but in her defence, you know, that's an easy mistake to make. That's then blown out of...
It's not an easy mistake to make. It's not an easy mistake to make. If you start claiming for stuff, right, that you don't have a right to claim, it's fraud.
Yes,
It's
I agree.
a con.
But it could be overlooked, you know, because it's part of a Sky package thing.
Are right, yeah.
I don't think that it's sexism, though. I think she's barking up the wrong tree there. Completely.
I take great offence. I can remember Diane Abbott. She effectively played the race card to justify sending her son to private school. You know, she says, oh, you know, black mothers will go to the wall for their kids. And Andrew Neil quite rightly said, so black mums are better than white mums, you know? And it's just not right. But that's just how I feel. What do you think? Kirsty?
OK, we have Natalie on line 2.
Natalie, good morning.
Hi.
Hi there. Do you think Jacqui Smith is the victim of a sexist media?
Absolutely not. I think it's ridiculous to say that that it's sexism. I mean, she was the Home Secretary. It's a high-profile job. It's the one at the forefront. She could claim it possibly if she was some backbencher, but she was actually at the forefront of politics. She was at the forefront of everything.
Why would she be able to claim it as a backbencher? I just think, and you know, to say she was a victim of sex.
If she was a backbencher, why would the newspapers be going through her expenses so?
Well, I would argue because she was claiming for pornography and making the taxpayer pay, and that's the story.
It wouldn't have gone to her first. She's a Home Secretary, and at the end of the day, I've lived in Redditch. I've met her. She's not a very nice person.
In your opinion, we stress to say, in case Jacqui's lawyers are watching, I'm sure she's a very lovely person. And why did you meet her out of interest? You weren't at a video exchange club or anything like that?
No, she was campaigning.
OK, and were you broadly supportive of her at the time? Because she had quite a famously narrow majority, about 3,000.
Actually, no, I'm very critical of her. I've never liked her. I've never liked what she stood for. OK, and did you ever meet her husband, Dick? I think we'll leave that one in the air, Natalie. Thank you. Let's have another call, please.
Diana next on line 1.
Diana, good morning.
Hello, Matthew. Good morning. I'm laughing my head off here.
Good.
Talk about rubbing salt into the wounds of the law-abiding, tax-paying citizens of this country. I mean, it is a joke. I think her claim for assisted accommodation, you said 116, allegedly, must put that word in.
Yes.
I thought it was 136,000.
Well, I may have got my figures wrong. I wasn't very good at maths.
But at the gall of it, and you mentioned Andrew Neil, which is absolutely spectacular.
Yes.
How is she allowed to go on the television, especially on the show after Question Time, sitting on the bench with Michael Portillo, getting all the publicity that she is trying to claim at the moment? It is absolutely, unlike you, Matthew, I am so angry about this. The MPs that have lesser claims of 11,000, what have you, are being sent to prison. Can you tell me how this woman's got away with it?
She apologised to the House, and that's all we can say about Jacqui Smith. I've just been told screechy women say I was right, £116,000, but I still appreciate your sentiments, Diana. Thank you very much.
OK, we have Jill next on line 3.
Jill, good morning.
Hi, Matthew.
Is she a victim of sexist media?
What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. I mean, she's not... I probably would have helped her claim if she'd been black and ginger as well. She could have claimed for all 3. I mean, I just think this is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. She lost her job because she was, in effect, stealing. And she was Home Secretary, which meant that her powers involved the police and laws. And I just think the whole thing was a huge, huge embarrassment all the way around.
Absolutely, but the bit that absolutely infuriates me is that she should dare, after all of this, claim that she is the victim of a sort of sexist witch hunt. I just think it is outrageous. And because of that, I've not actually mentioned what station her programme about porn is on, because I don't want to see any further work. It is just outrageous. It's an insult.
It's a cheap shot.
Well, she needs a job. She needs a career. Yeah. And this is possibly the only way that she is going to get one.
She's got
as a television presenter.
She's got the programme. It's on a radio station. She's made the programme. And in one sense, I kind of wish her good luck for that. But what I object to is when millions of women are victims of sexism, probably in every day of their life, maybe every woman is, that she should bleat that she's been found out as a victim of sexism through her own gross negligence, really. And that's the end of that. I don't think we'll be seeing Jacqui on this show very soon, unfortunately, despite touting herself about as a broadcaster, although I have always really dreamed about playing Bunny with her. Bunny, 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 bunny. Ah! There goes the old back again. A bit like dicks. Now, after the break, should we ban a book that claims Jesus can cure gays? If doctors accept homosexuality is not a disease, then surely a book that suggests Jesus has the cure is going to do nothing but upset gay people. So, is this another case of religious freedom versus gay rights? 0207 173 5555. That's the number for your calls. We're back after another break. Don't go away.